T-minus 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, and welcome back. Guess what? It's the last day of the beta weekend for Icarus. This is it, folks. We are wrapping it up. This is this is gonna be it until the next beta weekend. This is gonna be the last play. So let's jump into the game and see where we're at, see how we did. Let's do a quick wrap up for this round of it's going to be the season 2.1 of the Icarus beta 2. And it's not the second beta, it's just the second time I've done the beta. So that makes it beta 2. All right, let's jump in game. We've got it going and we're sleeping, and I'm sitting there in bed like a lazy ass, which coincidentally I also did today after streaming late into the night last night. So, hey, there we are. Nice and asleep. Let's get some Icarus background music there. And here we go. Did I just fire an arrow from my bed? Oh, that's weird. So if you're just logging in, congratulations. You've missed 7, almost 8 other live streams and shows. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you might want to go back and see a few of those. This is what we've built. This is the conclusion, and you tell me if we get anybody jumping into the chat right now. We're on Discord on our PRL Outdoor Alaska Discord server. We're just sitting there in the general room right now, general chat. Also, the chat is open in Twitch where we live stream, and so if we get anybody into chat that wants to do something in particular, this is kind of the last chance. You want to know about something? You want to see something stupid? I think at this point, we're giving up on the idea of actually completing this mission. That was a sweet shot. Just going to say. We've given up on the recovery, the broken arrow mission of recovering the satellite, whatever. I don't even remember. It doesn't matter because I actually got next to one satellite and we were mauled by a bear twice, killed by wolves twice. So after successfully playing, progressing, leveling up, and building all of our fancy strategic weapons of mass destruction, we got taken out by animals. So I don't, at this point, feel inclined to chase down my dead body again. Let's see if it's even still there. Yeah, they're there. So viewer's choice at this point. What do you all want to see? We've worked our way up the tech tree. Is there something on this tech tree that someone wants to see in particular? Basically, this is your chance to, I'll run around and do what you want so you can check out Icarus. And then I'm just eating all this because it's going to go bad. Hopefully next time you'll be able to jump into the beta weekend yourself. And Rocket, I need to figure out what's the name of the company. It's Rocket something. The Icarus development team has indicated, at least as of now, that their plan is to get the beta players into the desert biome. If you see in the trailer, the teaser trailer that I put together for this video, for this weekend, you've been watching it on every feed. I played it a couple times. It's sitting on the YouTube channel as a preview. It's on Facebook. It's out there. If what you can see is the sand, right, the desert, and then there was a vehicle and some sort of material extractor, right? Like there's all sorts of indications of other elements, advanced elements of the game. And when did my water get poisoned? I've been drinking this as a safe water source this entire gameplay beta weekend. And now all of a sudden, I'm getting illness from this water. All right, I guess it's time. I'd say we build a rain catch, but hey, we're wrapping things up. We're not going to keep playing here. We're going to do some things, and then we're going to stop doing the things because it's going to be over and it's all going to go away. The progress will not be saved. There is no promise of retaining your tech points or anything else. So, despite the fact that we're a level 21 right now, there's a strong possibility we'll be back to 0 for the next beta. And so we have nothing to lose. Part of me wants to just go try to find something new and explore something we haven't done yet. And another part wants to just kind of show y'all around and see what we built, because that took a lot of effort and time to build. It's all going away in a few short hours. I do not intend this time, like I did in the last beta weekend, to play until they shut us down. If I was close to actually completing the Broken Arrow mission, perhaps I would do that. But we're not close. We've not made it to a single satellite. I've gotten very, very close to one, the closest one, and we haven't gotten anywhere close to any of the other ones. So that's what it is. If anything, I would sort of like to maybe level up a little and unlock a little more of the tech tree. But chat's pretty quiet about it, so I guess there's no opinions. Maybe the 2 viewers we have right now are bots. It's always good to kill Bambi's mom. Wouldn't want Bambi to grow up without some traumatic events ruining Bambi's life. After all, how would we ever get the movie if Bambi had not had a traumatic death experience of his mother? Nobody would have ever made a movie about Bambi's nice and quiet upbringing, perfectly utopian upbringing in the forest, right? If there wasn't adversity, it wouldn't have been interesting. So I don't want to rob Bambi in Icarus of Bambi's adversity. You need adversity in your life to grow, right? Oh, I'm in an interesting mood today. I'll say that. May have something to do with the frickin' bears in Icarus. Or it could have something to do with a certain executive order that has just removed 20% of the gross revenue from my income. due to an executive order no one wants. But, you know, we can't talk about Fauci ouchies here because that would not be okay on Twitch or YouTube. We would get censored or banned. Or both. Censored, banned, both? I don't know. Perhaps we'll be like the state of Texas and tell a certain bank to go pound sand. Let them lose a couple $1 billion in income due to pushing their personal political opinions on others. I don't do that. I don't push my opinions onto others. I don't refuse to do business with people because of their own personal religious or health choices, you know? It's just not right to push your opinions on others, and I can't figure out how that is a thing in this country today. It makes me sick, and I'm a little upset about it today. Just throwing that out there. And then there's the Bears and Icarus. Oh, man. Just walk around Icarus shooting Bambi. Or Bambi's mom. Yeah, I kind of want to go on a jaunt. I think that's what we should do. Load up our food. I think I have the ability to go make some bread. Let's make some bread and grab my water bottles and my oxygen containers. Do I have any here? Do I have any? I got one on me. Well, let's fill it up here. While we get our water. Didn't get sick that time. I really liked that crossbow. I tried hard to get the crossbow back. I think I will do a second oxygen. I'd like to carry 2. I need to do some rope because I need a splint. Because I'm good at breaking my leg. Although this time if I break my leg, I'm probably just going to pull out and call it. All right, I don't remember how many we needed, so, it's not 35 though. Let's just throw 10 of them. Might be enough. What's this thing? Yeast, right. Well, we have not gone up the tech tree enough to do bread. It's all flatbread right now, pizza. Essentially pizza. Sort of. I mean, even pizza, most pizzas have a rise process. You know, I don't need these furs. Do we make, we did, okay. What I was asking there is if we had made armor or not. All right, I think it's actually sitting in here. So that, and let's make all 2 of them. Oh, water. That's right. That's right. There we go. Come over here. Knock out this oxygen. Take 1 and fill 1. Let's go get our bread. That's done. May as well leave our yeast here, even though we'll never use it. Oops. Yeah, the lilies don't belong there anyway. Get my water back. Close that out. Oops. We're just loading up for a trip. Okay, let's fill our water. Did I make a second one? No. just that. Throw that there. What else do we need here? Need to craft that splint. Well, that should be it for the cave. We may not be back. Oh, of course weather's coming. I might just go run out so you can see it. So we're saying goodbye to the cave here. This has been a decent, good cave. This is what the anvil looks like once you build it. This is how you build your nails. If you're looking for that, this is how you get your nails, iron and copper nails. The crafting bench is what starts it all. Lets you start building the anvil, the mortar and pestle. This is a cooking station. This is our pizza oven stone furnace. Doesn't actually cook pizza. It refines your ore into ingots that you need. This is the oxide dissolver. It's about the second or third tier up. And it's the furthest that we've made it, but it's a pretty efficient way of turning your oxide ore into oxygen, which you can then carry around. This is the Textiles Bench, which allows you to build your armor and clothing. You can see some of the options there that we made it to. And then, let's see, these are bins that you can put stuff in to store it so it doesn't disappear, right? And then in the dark here is our Masonry Bench. This is how you build your more advanced stone structures. And in this case, that's how we built this. All of this. Let's shut our door and cook our bread. I got a lot of meat. It's going to go bad. So this structure is our skinning bench. And this, when you bring your animals, you sling them over your shoulder and you bring them into your shelter. This has to be sheltered. All these things have to be created in a shelter. Or they don't work, or they also get destroyed. So wood shelters, this is a wood floor, log shelters, do not hold up against winds and storms. But this stone does a pretty good job. We've yet to have to make a repair. Of course, knock on wood. I also said I've yet to see a bear, and then all of a sudden I got eaten by a bear. More than one time. More than one time. All right. Let's go run out so you can see a storm because it's very exciting. So again, this is weathering pretty well because it is made out of stone. Oh, there's animals. So here comes the red portion of the storm. The storm tape is in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, as you can see. And what's going to happen here is when that red portion gets to the end, here it comes, you're going to see a pretty significant storm, a severe, red is severe storm. There's one more level up. It's black, and it destroys a lot of stuff. But here it comes. We should see some lightning, probably catch a tree on fire. This was a dense forest when we got here, and I have thinned it out purposefully to create distance, partially because my first structure was built out of wood. And we built this one, and it's withstood the storm since. But anyway, I came back from a jaunt, and Icarus essentially did just that to my structure. It hit it with lightning and the whole thing burned down. Because Icarus is a bit of a crazy place. These weather events are, no joke, fairly serious. And if the trees are all bunched together and there's a ton of underbrush, so you'll see what raw land looks like because we're going to go on a jaunt here. Maybe we'll run to the Arctic so you can see what the Arctic is. Maybe I'll go try to find a polar bear. I bet we could get eaten by a polar bear pretty quickly. I seem to be good at getting eaten by bears in Icarus, so let's go up to the Arctic and get eaten by a polar bear. Might be an experience. Anyway, the reason that fire's not spreading and spreading and spreading is because I've thinned the trees. So one will burn now instead of a whole grove of them burning. It's one of the things I recommend you do if you are grooming some land in real life and in Icarus. Look out here, get a different perspective. Do we get another tree? It's pretty wild. Pretty wild, these storms. I was about to say that it's calming down, but then there was that one last strike. All right, this is it. I'm going to let these fires keep burning, but we probably won't be back. All right, we want to try to eat our food before it goes bad. It's always a good plan. Even if you don't need it, just keep eating it. We have enough food and water to go for about a day. So we'll see how far we can get. I have some pretty low-grade armor. It's just some leather armor. I didn't even do the fur-lined, insulated stuff. So we'll be okay in the Arctic, but we're not going to thrive there. We will grab berries along the way, which if you're new and you're trying to figure out Icarus, berries are a good thing. This plant right here is a yeast plant, right? We all know you add yeast to dough and it will rise, right? You understand how that works? Most people sort of get how that works. Make sure we're going in the right direction, as in correct. And if you see me like closing and blinking my eyes hard a lot, it's my contacts are a little dry. I'm not winking at anybody. I'm very happily married and not winking at anybody. No wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'll just tell you. All right. So this is the blue oxide. You guys saw me processing that in the oxide thing, right? It's somewhat plentiful. However, it is finite. It meaning not infinite, right? There is a limited supply, and it doesn't last forever. So we've been attempting to go west, essentially, because directly west was the closest access to the satellite, the close access to the closest satellite. And this time, even though it looks like we might be attempting to go west, we're really not, because it's going to take a bit more of a southerly direction here. We're just going through this valley. So this is one of my map pins that I stick in there and make, and it points towards a cave that I found. See the cave? There's a cave. I like to leave some resources. So here's a stack of firewood and a fireplace. And this time, I'm also going to leave a sleeping bag, I think. Trying to decide. If I leave a sleeping bag, then I can designate this place as a spawn point, which, again, I'm not sure I'm going to respawn, because when we get taken out this time, that's going to be it for this gameplay. I'm just not going to do it again. So, I don't know. I don't think I have another cave after here. There are more caves. I just haven't found and established them. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I've got a sleeping bag. Let's go ahead and place it. Bam. Right there. And I can hold F. And now that is my new spawn point. No longer are we going back to the really cool shelter that I built. We are now coming back to the crappy open cave when we die. And you know what? I'm going to go over here and top off my water. The last time I was here, this was a pretty successful watering hole. I did not get sick taking water from right here, which just like in real life is typically a safe place to consume water. And we're just going to walk around like a typical, how would you say, amateur woodsman. We will bumble through the brush, making lots of noise. It actually works quite well for a lot of amateur woodsmen because then the animals will typically run away from you. They don't want anything to do with you. In this case, bears and wolves will frickin' come after you and eat you, but that's just what happens in Icarus. It's not necessarily real life, right? We're on an exploration. We're going to see what we can see. I mean, I'm not looking for the bear. I would like, if we're going to get eaten by a bear, let's make it a polar bear. All right. I know this to be wolf country, so I'm expecting wolves anytime. Let's eat some food before it goes bad. It's always a bit of a thing in Icarus. The food goes bad really quickly. Hello, medium-sized deer and rabbit. See the snow? Into the Arctic we go. So there's over that way. There's some more valley. I think there's even another cave over there, if I recall. It's a cool spot up on the plateau to build. But hey, we are in search of... I want to see a polar bear. I have never seen a polar bear in Icarus. I'm in Alaska. I've also never seen a polar bear in Alaska. Believe it or not, the only time... I take it back. I've seen a polar bear twice. But both times, it was in a zoo. I saw a polar bear in the Chicago Zoo. And I saw a polar bear in... Gosh, was it the Omaha Zoo? Or San Diego? I can't recall. It might have been... They probably both have them. I'm just trying to remember where I saw them. So, here comes a snowstorm. Oh, well. That sucks for us. I gotta watch for wolves because they're around here for sure. And I got nothing to fight a wolf with, you know? Maybe I should make a spear. So we're walking on the ice, and there's ice. You can collect it, put it inside of a vessel, meaning a container, and it will melt and give you water. Isn't that amazing? I once, when I lived up in Hatcher's Pass, Alaska, look into it. There's a big gold mine up there. Boy, we're getting some pretty weird snow blindness, huh? Exposure to the sun. Wow. That's actually something that happens in, yeah, that's crazy. I kind of want to go up here. Doesn't it look like a cave? It looks like a cave. It might be a cave. Should we see if it's a cave? It's not a cave. There's some wolves. We've got some serious snow frozenness going on. I don't want to break my leg here. We are frigidly cold. This is a no joke cold thing happening here. Is this storm almost over yet or what? Wow. So what are we looking at? That's the way we came. Okay, we haven't gone very far. It's hard to see. How high up are we? We're not very high. I've had good luck with staying up the sides of these hill areas when you can. The wolves seem to not be able to get to you when you're hanging on a crag. Should probably eat something here. Wolves are down there. We're saving our flatbread. It'll be the last thing we consume. So I'm expecting. Here's the thing: if you get to the point where your storm exposure is in the red, and we're a little better than halfway there here, then it will start to diminish your health. Already we're hampered in our movement speed, and I'm thinking it's having an effect on our temperature, our body's ability to regulate temperature right now, which, you know, that's what it actually does do. Wind, you heard of the, what's it called? The wind, I don't know why I can't think of that word right now. The wind factor, right? So there's cold, and then there's the actual temperature, and then there's the wind factor temperature. So help me out here, chat. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, it's a lot colder, right? It makes it seem and feel like it's a lot colder. So I bet there's a cave right there. Straight across. I'm not on the lookout for caves this time. I mean, I wouldn't have mind to have found one just now to be in. I'm wondering how much of this can we walk up. I want to continue to walk up the sides of these mountains as much as possible, because we want to see a polar bear. Should we look on the map? Are we off the map? Oh, not quite off the map. In the scheme of things, look how far away this one is. Oh my goodness. And you can see how many times I died around this one. Wow. We're just going to eat all these because it's all going bad. Got one thing of meat and a little bit of berries left, and then we still have both of our flatbread. See, I have some insulated. Oh, only one of these insulated. Not much insulation is the thing. Little bit of cold resistance, 7% it says. And then having the whole set just gives us it's pretty negligible effects here, actually. All right, well, get busy living or get busy dying, and we are very likely to die. So let's get busy doing it here. Heading towards some wolves. There's a wolf right there. And what looks to be a cave. Yep, here he comes. Got one, but there's the next one. Here comes the next one. How'd we do? So we could cook these guys. It's an idea. There's one right there. He's sneaking up. He's coming. Make no mistake. Here he comes. He might not even be the first one. One of them's coming right now. Here he comes. Sneaky bugger. Is he going to stay over there? Here's the thing. He's glitching. I want to go in that cave. Because the night is dark and full of terrors. We'll take him. And hope we have enough rocks here. Come on. We're going to take him in the cave and eat him. Not much of a cave here. What I'm hoping is that I have enough rocks to build a fire. I don't. So we're going to have to go back, get a few rocks here. Ice. Ice. Oh, look. The wolves are back already. I need a rock to build the fire to cook the wolf. Yeah, they're coming. Here he comes. That's only one. The others will come. The severe cold is hurting us now. We're freezing. We need raw stone. Let's try to eat something. All right, that's probably enough. It's not enough. We need 24 stone before we die. We're going to die of exposure here because it's nighttime and we're out in the Arctic because we're geniuses. Well, let's hope that's enough. I can't even see. So I'm a little confused right now. I'm literally standing on top of this fire here. Am I going to stand in the fire? We got frostbit is what happened. All right. Once we get a little bit warmer here, we'll go run and grab that other wolf here. Come on. Okay. Somewhere back there is our fire, right? There it is. The Arctic is no joke, right? Like, that is a true statement. The Arctic is no joke. The cold will kill you. Always fun to wait out the whole night because we don't have a sleeping bag. So only maybe I hadn't have left one somewhere. Can we even make another one? Nope. We cannot. That's okay. Oh, we have more raw meat. That's right. That was like the whole point. I forgot. Let's cook it. We could have waited. To be fair. We could have let it get a little closer to gone before doing it. But water's going to be our issue. I don't have a vessel that I can put ice in to melt. So when we run out of the water we're carrying, that's going to be it. We're going to no longer have it. And there doesn't appear to be any berries out here. Icarus is doing their scary music again, so could probably make some more arrows. How many do we have? 1. Yeah, we probably better make 15. That'll work. Why are we carrying nails with us? We really didn't need nails. I could make stone arrows too. How many of those could we make? 2's not worth my time. Let's save it for repairing this knife. What I wouldn't mind having is a wood spear. A wood spear is better than no spear, but a bone spear is a lot better. I'm going to hold off because, believe it or not, my pickaxe works pretty well. Is that an... Oh, we just got the cave lung thing. So when you hang out too long in a cave, you get cave lung. Gosh, it's cold out. Could get a little closer to fire. Yeah, I didn't see any water in this. This is the first cave, I think, that we've not found water in. Maybe something to do with how cold it is here. It's only 9 o'clock at night even. Well, there's our view. So, as we found the other night, in the forest biome at least, it begins to get light around 6 a.m. and you pretty much can't do much until 7 a.m. Predators are active in that 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. time window. So 1 minute equals 1 hour in this game. So right now it's 10, 16, 17, right? 18, 19. It's coming up on 10:30, and we're going to have to wait until about probably 6:30, if not 7. And we're going to see if that's different in the Arctic before we can push out. So, 11:30, 12:30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 8 hours, which means 8 minutes. So congratulations, you get to listen to me ramble on for about 8 minutes. And it's getting colder. Like I'm watching that temperature thing, our core temperature. It's in the lower left-hand corner of the screen there. You can see. I'm about to go take a break and go get something to drink here. Thirsty. Get any closer to the fire, maybe? Oh, I lit myself on fire. I honestly don't know how that's going to get put out. There's no water. Can we run around in the snow, or are we just going to die? outside of that put it out. Well, I got warmed up. I told you guys I was probably going to do that. Yeah, our health is low. We'll go ahead and consume a bandage and see if that makes any difference. I don't know that it does. Eating food is what will help. Eat one of our flatbreads here. We may have to eat them both before long. There's no point in carrying a lily. Doing nothing for us. Get some interesting sounds here. What do you think? Is that a wolf right there? You know there's going to be wolves at the mouth of the cave when we come out. We're going to have to decide whether to shoot them or sneak around them, right? I don't know. We are going to want to have to die in this next go round because we're not going to have the resources for another fire. We'll take this fire pit with us, but well, I suppose we could pick up driftwood along the way, right? But either way, we're going to run out of water. Doing pretty good on oxygen. I guess we needed the better snow gear. We're going to go ahead and consume this before it's gone. Midnight 40 in game. One a.m. I like how it's on the timer, the clock. As it's ticking up, it said, 0 and then 59 minutes. And then it actually said 60 minutes instead of going to 100, right? It said the 60 first. Thought that was a little interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a clock do that. So did we lose a second there? Because it consumed it like a second, It did 60 and then it went to 100. So there was a whole second minute in game. So is there actually an extra minute every hour in Icarus? You think that's a Icarus specific thing or what? My eyes just messing with me. I apologize. I know it's very unprofessional of me, but luckily we're not very professional to begin with in our gaming content. This is our relaxation thing, not our professional thing. So what's negative 4.7 degrees Celsius? Should we look that up? I live in America, so we don't care what Celsius it is. We slightly care. We just refuse to do that whole imperial thing because in America we're against imperialism despite that. Enough said, right? Enough said. Negative 4.7 C to F. The almighty Google claims that's 23.54 degrees. We'll round up 24 degrees above zero. That's not very cold. By Alaskan standards, that's like we run around here in shorts and hoodies in that. I rode a motorcycle down the highway in a t-shirt in that weather. That's positive. I mean, it's below freezing, obviously, being negative. But it's not very cold. That's not a cold temperature. It's a good hard freeze for your garden. We call that August. Oh, it's closer to September in the south central area of Alaska. We're talking Kenai Peninsula, where I live, where our office is. So September, we see our temperatures are pretty routinely in the plus 20 degree Fahrenheit range for lows. The highs here are a beautiful and fantastic, crisp mid to upper 40s, and we'll get some 50s. Very seldom would we get into 60 degrees, and it's pretty amazing, actually. It's like perfect weather. We love September. Most of the tourists go home. Everything becomes not crowded. The snowbirds all start fleeing the state. The kids are back in school. It's a good time. We do most of our moose hunting in September here because the Alaska Department of Fish and Game hates Alaska, and we're not allowed to hunt moose when they rut, which is when you're supposed to hunt animals. But a lot of Alaskans could care less what Fish and Game does. Fish and Game turns it into a hobby of hunting instead of the resource gathering, family dependent thing that it actually is. We don't hunt here for a hobby or a sport. We hunt to feed our families. Because ground beef right now, do you know what that costs in the store? It's over $10 a pound. And I think it's like that actually lower 48 too, because food costs are rising astronomically as we speak. In October of 2021, the cost of food in the United States is ungodly expensive for lots of reasons, right? It's a complicated issue that can be summed up in a couple generalizations, which I'm not going to make right now. Suffice to say, the whole world of America, no, in the United States, and likely in markets that are intertwined with ours, inflation is rising astronomically, and the cost of everything is increasing due to the decisions of some very short-sighted, and lots of other things could be said, people in charge. And it's not a debate about who's better or worse. They're pretty much all just bad. And so survival in Alaska and in a lot of places, and that's on brand for us. We're talking about preparedness for unexpected events. And if you're smart, preparedness for very much expected events. A lot of people have been saying for several years that what's happening now, was coming. The cost of things, the value of things, and the influences of certain events and decisions and everything else. What's happening right now is actually quite predictable and was predicted, and it's why a lot of people, I was one of them, begged people a year and a half ago, please fill your cabinets, fill your freezer, put food away, buy it now. If you don't already have it, buy it now. Last summer, remember 2020? How many of your neighbors started raising chickens? Oh my goodness, you couldn't buy a chicken to save your life. Everybody had to start having chickens in their backyard. That's great though. It was fantastic. People finally started working on the idea of supporting and raising their own food. How many gardens got planted that year? My goodness, you couldn't get seeds, right? And that wasn't just the simple economics of supply and demand and everybody was buying them. There were other external factors to that economic situation and the market of buying seeds. There were some international trade issues because, believe it or not, the majority of our seeds come from China. Is anybody surprised by that? Here comes another wind event. Well, let's hope that this storm is over before it's time for us to leave the shelter, because when this fire runs out, we got to go. How much other wood do we have? We have none. We put it all in there. Wasn't sure if it would stack the driftwood in a different way. It doesn't appear that it did. We could burn these sticks if we had to. They burn quickly. They don't burn efficiently at all. We also can burn this fiber. Again, not efficiently. It doesn't go well. We're just kind of combining some piles here, but I'm hoping the wind doesn't blow out our fire. We have about an hour or two, which is about 2 minutes, before the light really comes up anyway. So it's not hurting anything to go through this storm. I'm just hoping it doesn't get bad and last long. Let's check our food. See how quickly this stuff... The flatbread lasts a long time. It's doing well. We're gotten it through about a whole day. In real life, flatbread can last a real long time if it's stored properly. And honestly, this meat, in the temperatures that we're in right now, below zero, right, below freezing, it might get a little freezer burn depending on how we pack it or care for it, but that meat should not be degrading and going bad. Not at that rate. So there's some game dynamics that I think they should tweak. When you're in the Arctic, food should not go bad as quickly. It just shouldn't. Likely we're going to end up eating both of these before we leave this cave. Got about a minute and a half here. Should we talk more about food preparation? I happened to catch a sale the other day, 73% lean. So we're talking some pretty fatty, nasty, crappy beef, ground beef. I got it on a sale with coupons, right? So not just the normal sale, but additional coupons. And that got 3-pound rolls of nasty, probably China packed beef down to, what was it? What was $7.89 for a 3-pound. So, what is that, about $2.70 something? Oh, close, $2.63. So then when you add taxes to that, it's about $2.70 a pound for me, sales tax free. So $2.70 a pound for nasty, foreign, high-fat content beef. But you know what? I bought 30 pounds of it because that will feed my family for 2.5 months if I need it to, right? And in Alaska right now, where in about a month, it's going to be cold enough outside that I can actually stick those all in a cooler and put them out on my back deck and unplug my freezer. A lot of Alaskans do that because our electricity is some of the most expensive electricity in the country, possibly the world, but I don't actually know that to make that statement. But in the country, for sure. What was that? Something just happened. I don't know. So, my point being, watch for sales, do what you can, and put some food away. Put some food away for a rainy day because the regular price of ground beef is really expensive. You know? And you're not This guy's coming for me. If I don't see another one, I'm going to go grab him and eat him. Okay, let's jump back up here. Let's not jump in the fire. We're going to have to eat this flatbread. We have 352 seconds. Real seconds, okay. So about 5-6 minutes before it's gone. I'm going to watch our clock. So I want to wait as long as possible, but I really don't want to lose it. Oh man, are we on fire again? Might have been. We didn't lose any health from it, so it's okay. So we're going to take this with us. We're going to leave that because that was nothing important. And we're going to try to figure out where the front of the cave is. There we go. I'm going to sneak a little bit. We're out. Oh, oops. I sometimes do that on accident. I hit the Q instead of the W when I'm trying to hold down the control button, which is how you squat down and be stealthy. It is cold out here. I'm tempted to kind of pick up some wood. Because you know what I just thought about? We left the rest of our wood. There's a couple wolves going that way. There's one off in the distance. There's a rabbit right there. Oh, now he's going to move. So what I'm doing when I cancel that is I am releasing both buttons, which I'm holding down, right? Because the right button, here, let's pull it up here. The right button aims, and the left button, as you hold it down, draws the bow back. So what I'm doing then is continuing to hold the left button. So that might be a cave right there. And then I let go of the right button so I can roll the mouse wheel, which is what you use to pick other tools. Is this another cave? Sure looks like a cave. So this might be the name of how you beat this. Is that you oops. No, it's not a cave. It's just a good spot to get cornered here. boy, here comes a wolf. So we're going to try to get up this. It's not working. There's nothing here. Here they come. Can't see it. So let's go ahead and consume a bandage real quick. There are probably more coming. There we go. Hold it down. Go back to our knife. And I'm just going to leave them because we're almost out of water. And we're not going to find more water. Because the water at this point in the Arctic is consumed by picking up these ice chunks and melting them. And I don't have a device to melt them, so we're on a finite. Oh, here it comes. Ready? Now, before another one comes, let's eat. Eat it all. So if we wanted to get eaten by a bear, we better hurry up and find one because we're not going to last much longer here. I just saw another wolf jump there. This is where having our crossbow would be nice. Running. Are we going to make it? No, we're not going to make it. 1, 2, 3. Here they come. They're all coming. I don't think there's any way to get high enough to do anything here. See any polar bears yet? See the wolves laying down there watching? Don't worry, I'm sure we'll see some more up front, close and personal soon. These little rabbits would be easy meals. I want to, but I'm not gonna. Don't need to break another leg. I have a splint, but here's another wolf. So if we can climb. Okay, I believe we're safe from a wolf here, and so I'm going to attempt to shoot it. Well, I don't want to waste arrows. Here he comes. Definitely want those arrows back. So I don't see any other wolves. Let's go get our arrows back. I got 2. Should be 3. I really don't know that I want this meat. Didn't find my arrow. All right. Again, the water situation is getting ready to become dire. Ooh. About to do something that's not good for you. So you get food, but I think it doesn't help you. Yes, there's nothing I can do with this right now. That was expected. Part of the reason I'm doing this is to make arrows. Again, if we wanted to get eaten by a bear, better hurry up and find a bear. Should be 2. Here it comes. I didn't really want to die like this. But there we are. Well, one thing I'm happy about is that I gained back all of the deficit from dying, the multiple times of dying. And so, as you can imagine, if you're working as a team of 1 or more persons in this game, you'd get a ton further. So, amongst this pile of dead wolves that we've killed, we shall lay in our remains, as this will be the final episode of the Icarus beta this time, right? The next time they do a beta, we'll be getting in on it if we can. But that's it for this. I wanted you guys to see the Arctic, and here's an opportunity to see what the Arctic's about and how to do it. Obviously, we're not doing it super well, but there's a lot of wolves. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just in this picture. Not including the 3 that lay dead around me. And the 2 or 3 that are over there. There's a lot of wolves. So, and right now, we'll just show you. Holding F to respawn is going to take us back to that cave, right? Maybe. Where there's a rain event happening. There we go. And there we are, right in front of the right in front of the waterfall and our little pin, and everything is gone. We have nothing. We have nothing. And here comes the storm. Shall we go out and experience the storm? Give a nice view while we do a wrap. So that's Icarus. That's gonna wrap it up for this episode, and that's gonna wrap it up for this season. This was season 2.1, meaning the second play of Icarus. And here, I'm gonna make a quick change. There we go. So, I hope that you enjoyed this season. I hope you enjoyed. This was kind of a short episode. It's going to be about an hour and a half, and I hope that you found value. If you did find value in this episode and in this season, if you wouldn't mind, we appreciate the follows and the likes and the subscribes and all those things. If you are watching this on YouTube, this was previously recorded during the beta weekend. This episode, by the time it airs, is probably going to be a week or so after. So try to release one a day, and I think this is, what is this? This is episode 8. So, yeah, I think we'll be 8 or 9 days from. Did we put the first one out on Friday? Yeah, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. The point being, the weekend was over, but you have a little bit of time right now to get onto Steam, purchase the game. It's fairly affordable right now. I don't know if the price is going to go up. This game is due to release. We're getting health hits because we're exposed in the storm, and I don't care because we're logging off. We're going to be done here shortly. The point being, you have time to get in, purchase, download. If you pre-purchase the game, Icarus, on Steam, you get invited to participate in these beta weekends. And you can experience what I have experienced, and I'm very happy with what I have discovered so far. Icarus is going to take a lot of time to get figured out and to advance up the tree, right, of tech and knowledge. And it looks like it's going to be an enjoyable experience to do it. So I'm looking forward to the release. As of the recording of this video in October, the current release date is set for December 10th. And I know that Steam says something different. The Discord of Icarus is stating December 10th, but that's a moving target, floating date. The development team is primarily based in New Zealand, and they continue to experience complete shutdowns for COVID scares. And the reality is, for those of us that don't live in New Zealand, that's none of our business. We don't care what you do. We care about you, right? And we're pretty excited about this game and the development of this game. They're doing an excellent job on this game. We wish you all well there in New Zealand. If it's so bad that you have to lock down and stop working, then things must be bad. So we wish you the best, and we hope you get this game done. We're really to the creators of this. Thank you. We're liking this a lot. We're enjoying the gameplay, and we're looking forward to see what's next and to continue to play this. We'll probably be into this pretty deep. We'll probably continue to live stream at least the betas and then probably the full content as well, and hopefully we'll be able to jump on top of that right away and not miss anything. So Again, if you like this, share it and subscribe it and do all those things. And if you like this sort of content, let me know so that I can continue to make more of this type of content. This is not the only thing that we do at PRL Outdoor Alaska. It's something that I like to do. And so if you like it also, then I'll continue to do it. If you don't like it and nobody else likes it, then go ahead and feed the algorithm by giving some negative response. And then maybe I won't do it anymore, or I'll just continue to do it and I won't do it here. I'm toying with the idea of live streaming to YouTube. Right now, that doesn't look positive. I'm hearing from other Twitch streamers that have moved to YouTube that it's not been a great experience. Let me know. Would you guys prefer to see this on YouTube? I don't know. Would more people see it? I had some pretty decent engagement on Twitch. Twitch is somewhat of a approachable, easy, and I don't get shadow banned on Twitch yet for the fact that we sometimes talk about guns and hunting and things like that. So let's wrap the YouTube portion of this, which means that we'll hit stop record and then we'll talk to our Twitchers for a little bit before ending the stream, because this will be the last video and the last stream for the second beta of Icarus. And so we won't be back. We'll have to do something else. And this will be the last time that we do this. And probably all of this that we created here will not be here next time. So shed a tear and move on. Thank you again for the support and the following, and we appreciate it. We'll see you on the next time. On the next Icarus for sure, we'll see you. All right. Take care.